welcome.
Hi,
And
thank
congratulations. Let's just
you.
kick it off with that. Congratulations on not only being on the cover of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition, but doing it 22 years later.
Can you believe it? 22 years later. And Trevor, it's about 25 to 30 pounds heavier.
That's even more impressive.
Yes.
No, it really is. It really is, because this is something that I think a lot of people might take for granted. You know, we've lived in a world where for so long the fashion industry has determined how many people see themselves, how they view themselves, how their self-esteem is shaped. And you come from a world where, I mean, you were on this cover at a time when black women weren't represented, at a time when women who had normal figures and bodies weren't represented, and now you're on the cover going like, no, this is my body, this is who I am. Was that scary?
It was in the beginning because I've got more dimples in my booty. I'm heavier. I have not modeled in a swimsuit heavier. I know how to hide it up in the clothes, but in a swimsuit, I was raw out there. But after that first shot, I was like, I'm good. I wasn't putting a towel on the booty. I was just letting it go.
You were just feeling it. You were just in your zone.
Yeah, I was just I'm good. Yeah.
I won't lie. When someone showed me the cover and I was like, oh, that looks gorgeous. And then they were like, here's the one that she did before. And then I was like, oh, when is that from? 5 years? And they're like, no, 22 years ago. This is not 22 years of change, though.
Thank you.
What have you been doing?
Well, in terms of my skin, it's this regimen called being a black person.
Yeah, because it has not cracked. It has not cracked at all.
Yes.
Yeah, but it really is beautiful to see.
Thank you.
And you came out of retirement for this.
I came out of retirement, and Trevor, I was like, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna look exactly like that old cover. Called the nutritionist. I was doing the 2 liters of water a day. Went to go visit my mama and just opened up the Cheetos. And then after that, I was like, Mama, I just feel like an ice cream party. And me, her, and my son went to the store and we got 8 pints of ice cream. And we just played it like piano.
When you look at that, when you look at what you did and when you look at the cover and you look at the positive response you're getting, do you think that this reflects a positive change in the modeling industry? Because you see people like Ashley Graham saying, no, I see positive change. You see a cover like this and it feels like positive change.
100%.
Do you think it has moved, and do you think it's been enough, or what can we improve on?
By no means is it enough, but what I love about social media is that it makes people loud and it forces the fashion industry that loves themselves and look in the mirror and they're like, oh my God, we're so amazing. It makes them look and go, oh my God, no, we're not amazing. These people are telling us what we have to do, and now people are answering with their wallets.
Right.
So today, if you are not a diverse brand and moving toward that, I predict that your brand will cease to exist.
It's interesting. It's interesting that you bring up social media, because the photographer of this cover is a black woman.
Is a black woman.
First time ever.
First time ever that there has been a black photographer to shoot the cover of Sports Illustrated. The first time for a woman to shoot the cover. The first time for a black woman to shoot the cover. I found her on Instagram. Yes. Her name is Loretta Houston. And I found her on Instagram. I said, this magazine 22 years ago changed my life overnight. And now I want to pay it forward, and I want to change your life. I want to shake it up. I want her to be like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing what's happening right now. I don't know what to do with myself. Hi, Loretta. Are you shook up, girl? You shook up?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is beautiful to see the changes and the world that you created for yourself, because a lot of people know you as Tyra Banks, the model. Some people may know you as Tyra Banks, the TV host, but really what you've learned to do is parlay that success into other fields in your world. For instance, you were lecturing at Stanford.
Yeah, for 3 years. I've been teaching at Stanford. I just finished this 3rd year teaching personal branding.
So teaching, but just normal, average people, personal branding.
Yeah, well, average genius minds that are in the pharmaceutical world and in, law and consulting and food.
Explain to me how that person needs to brand, or why they would need to brand.
So these are people that are in the business world, and then they're going to graduate, and there's going to be so much competition. And I teach my students that different is better than better. There are going to be so many people that you think you're better than.
Right.
However, that personal brand, your differentiator, what makes you unique? What is your origin story? How are you going to say and share that? How are you going to get the capital, the money that competitor wants to raise that you really need? How are you going to hire those people that are the most fantastic employees in the world? How are you going to bring them to your company? And it's about what you stand for that will attract the best. More money, more success,
Right.
more power. And a lot of my students are actually very altruistic and in the nonprofit world. And I say, personal brand can help you make money for your companies and for your nonprofits as well. You can see I'm very passionate about this.
I can feel it. No, I can feel it. You are somebody who does connect with that idea, and I mean, it explains, I guess, why now for this next phase of your modeling career, which you're stepping back into, you've got Banks.
Yeah,
right?
I renamed myself. So
That's every artist gets to that level in their career, like
Yes.
Diddy, Prince, everyone. So now we're at that for you now. So now when modeling, when
I'm modeling, exactly,
it's
Trevor.
Banks.
Banx.
Okay.
And I came up with this when I was teaching my students.
All right.
Yes.
Why change it? Because everyone's Tyra, but now you're like, no, Banks.
No, Banks. Because I want to go by my last name. To me, it's different. It's Renew. I feel thicker. I feel wiser. I feel thankful. And that X stands for X, what you heard about what a model is, what beauty is, cookie cutters. We are Xing that. It is all about accepting age, height, weight, skin color, sexual orientation. And I'm busting open that door down. So Banks is not just me. That X is like the new Wakanda for modeling. X all of that. That's what Banks is. It's all of us.
That's amazing. And Banks is where you're going to keep all the money you make from these great ideas. Thank you so much for being on the show. Wonderful having you again. The 2019 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue is on newsstands now. Tyra Banks, everybody.